outside of going back to school to get your MBA, what kind of advice do you guys have for just getting a better grasp on budgeting, capital, and numbers, the business side of things?
Work with your superintendent. Get involved in the process as much as you can, and hopefully they can make that available to you. To be honest with you, I took over as director. I'd never done a budget for the USDA, but I'd seen the budget every year when it was formulated by Stanley for our region, and just learning how the process works, I think, to me, is as important as anything. Because, again, it gets no different than turf school. You can go and you can work on the golf course and everything else, and when you get out there, you learn way more out there than you did in the classroom. Same thing, you can go get your MBA and everything else, but you need to see the process at work and see kind of how it goes about, in my opinion.
I took a class of accountants for non-accountants. It was so bizarre. I knew how to budget, but then when I went and I became the director of golf course and nursery operations for Hershey Food Corporation, my division was $9 million, and I had 265 employees. I realized really quickly that I didn't have a really strong enough accounting background, and I was in over my head. I could take care of my 81 holes, and I could take care of a huge nursery division, but I didn't. I would sit there and I would look at all these P&Ls and I'd think, oh man, I don't get it. So I went and I took a class up at Penn State campus in Harrisburg, and it was called Accounting for Non-Accountants. And once again, it's neat to know you think you know. Man, it's uber cool when you know you know. So now, and that's another thing. This is kind of deviation. I know we're running out of time, but it doesn't matter that it's your idea. In fact, it's better that it's not your idea. I'll never forget, I came up with an unbelievable idea for the U.S. Open, and I knew that they wouldn't think it was a great idea, as good an idea, unless, of course, Tom Fazio said it was a good idea. We didn't do that once. We probably did that 20 times, and Mr. Fazio said to me, "This is so not fair." And I said, "I so don't care." I said, "I don't really care about fair. I just care about results."
The only thing I will add to that very quickly is make a list of things. If you can't get an MBA or you don't want to get an MS through online campus, World Online Campus, through Penn State, or someplace like that, there are other alternatives. We all have limitations financially and everything else. Go buy Rosetta Stone for $450. Learn how to speak Spanish. Toastmasters. My dad took it. I took it. There's lots of things that are out there. Self-help books. If you get a diploma or a certificate or something, that makes it even better. But the more certified irrigation auditor, Audubon Cooperative Sanctuary Program, those are all things that you can do. And if you're not building on that list of skills, qualities, and qualifications, don't worry. There's 48 other people in this room that are going to be doing that are vying for that same job. So wish them well as they get the job. That's your choice what you want to do. But there's no reason you all can do that. It's just how dedicated and committed to it you are.
Final quick thought for me, social media. Don't put anything on there you don't want your mother or your grandmother to see. Okay? The USDA, we only have 300 employees. We have an HR department. We have people in that department that are dedicated during the hiring process to searching social media. And what you think is private, they know ways to find and get in to view your stuff. And I'm sure if we're doing it, that there's other people, because, your president may be, the guy that used to run Federated department stores, so they're very familiar with human resources and everything else. So you've got to be careful. And one final line, and it's not my quote, comes from somebody else, but it really rings home. What got you here will not get you there. So think about that. So.
Oh, Matt, Bruce, Darren, thank you very much. Guys, let's give a round of applause.